Xbox One players, you may have most things figured out, but you'd be surprised to find a few little tips and tricks your Xbox doesn't really tell you about. Maybe you're a beginner too, maybe you just bought an Xbox and you're looking to kind of, really fix things up. Now, we've tackled this in earlier days of the gameranx YouTube channel and videos, but we've got some updated advice for you here to optimize your experience. Oh, and if you're a PlayStation player, we've got you covered in another video, so go check that one out. But anyway, let's get started off with number 10. So, Xbox has a built-in screensaver option. The screen can go dim after being idle for 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 20, your choice. Say you have a TV like an OLED, a newer TV, and although burn-in on them isn't completely widespread, it's still something you'd like to avoid and just, be mindful of. Or maybe you don't have an OLED, maybe you just want to cut off the blinding brightness for a second. Whatever reason, you're going to want to access that screensaver and trigger it automatically right away. You can do this automatically thanks to a little shortcut. You hold the Xbox button, and then when the controller on-off menu pops up, press the X button and then release. And it waits just like a second, and then the screensaver will pop up. Pretty nifty little shortcut, huh? Now, it seems like on our end, it only worked if in settings, the preferences for idle settings, you have the Xbox checked for Xbox to show you stuff, which is a little counterintuitive for a screensaver because the achievement thing pops up on the side, but it does go away and it does refresh frequently at least. Next at number 9, here's a great tip if you're a parent or maybe you just have a younger brother or sister. You may not have known, but Xbox One has a CoPilot accessibility feature. What this essentially does is it diverts 2 controller inputs into 1 controller. So if you're a parent, you could probably already imagine the possibilities with a feature like that. Maybe you have a young person that wants to play a racing game, so you can play along with them, or maybe just watch and then pick up the controller when you need to steer them back on course to the left a little bit. Your kid could probably use some help in a game from time to time. Of course, we didn't really have these features or gaming parents when we grew up, but hey, you give your kid what you didn't have growing up, right? Anyway, here's how it works. You connect a second controller to the Xbox to use CoPilot. That CoPilot then can sign in or not. But using the Pilot's controller, you press the Xbox button to open the guide and then select System, go to Settings, go to Ease of Access, and then hit Controller. Choose the CoPilot settings and then select Turn on CoPilot. Then select the CoPilot controller, and then you're linked. Now both controllers have the same exact full control. You turn it off the exact same way. It's pretty cool, and you'd be surprised of its uses. Now, next at number 8, this one is something we totally forgot about, but Xbox has a really cool and easy way to share your Xbox digital game library with friends or family. And this isn't a weird workaround either. This is legit something that your Xbox just lets you do. Just a heads up though, be careful who you share with because they will be able to make purchases using whatever payment information you have stored on your account. So make sure you really trust the person you're going to be sharing with. But anyway, to do this, go to where you sign into your Xbox account on your Xbox, and from there, go to Add New and add your friends or family member's account. Then go to Settings, Personalize, then find Make My Home Xbox, and make their Xbox your home Xbox. Then if you want to have access to their games as well, have them follow the same step, and then boom, both of your game libraries just grew. A cool little feature, but like we said, be careful who you add, because they will be able to make purchases with your account and payment info. Now, next at number 7, y'all remember Steam Link? The little box that's still around. Valve made it to let you stream games on your PC onto your TV. Well, it turns out that Xbox now has a similar feature. This is pretty new, this year new. It's pretty cool, and it's not just Microsoft Store games either. You can actually stream Steam games. All you have to do is head into the store on your Xbox and install the wireless display app, set it up on your PC, and now you're good to go. You can play PC games essentially through your Xbox. Now, there isn't any mouse and keyboard support yet, so you will have to use a controller, and then of course there's the obvious problems you may run into like input lag and low latency, but I still think this is a neat little trick as a workaround, and it's cool that Xbox is just set up to do this. It's not perfect, but maybe somebody clever out there can come up with another use for it. I don't know. Now, next up at number 6, we have a cool little trick that we actually use all the time. You're able to sync up your Amazon Echo with your Xbox and control it with voice commands via Alexa. In the Echo app, go to Skills and enable the Xbox skill, log in with your Microsoft account, then jump back to your Xbox, go to Settings, and go to Digital Assistance, which is under Connecting Devices. From here, you type in your Microsoft password, return to the home screen, and then say, Alexa, pair with Xbox. Sorry if I just turned on your Alexa, my bad, but you're good to go. Now you can use your voice commands to launch apps, you can play games, pause, control volume, or what I use it for mostly is having it record clips with a simple...
The cat.
No!
I hate it.
She's melting!
She's melting.
Alexa, tell Xbox to record that.
Clip saved.
So if you've never had a Kinect and for some reason you wanted to use the voice controls features that came with it, you can do this instead. Hey, a lot of people dunked on the Kinect, but some people grew to really like and rely on those voice commands for some stuff.
Xbox on. Xbox go to Titanfall. Xbox Snap TV. Xbox record that.
Yes, science!
Alexa and Amazon Echo thing can work as a decent replacement. If you've got one, it's worth giving it a try. I mean, like, if we let the robots slowly infiltrate and take over our lives, we might as well sacrifice our game machines to them as well, you know? Now, next at number 5, this may be common knowledge to some, but we still think it's a good tip to include here. If you're a content creator of some sort, or maybe you just like to record a lot of gameplay footage and share it with your friends, but you don't have a capture card or any equipment, you can use an external hard drive to get longer recordings right on the Xbox. If you record directly to the Xbox, you can only record for a few minutes depending on which model you have. It takes up valuable hard drive space on your Xbox, and then you have to offload that footage to a hard drive or use OneDrive or Xbox Live. But if you record directly to a hard drive that you have set up, it allows you to record up to an hour per clip. Setting it up is easy enough too. First, make sure your external hard drive is USB 3.0 and is formatted to NTFS, and then plug it into the Xbox. From here, you should get a prompt asking you if you want to use the device for media, which you do. After that, go to Settings, then go to Broadcast and Capture, and then head to Capture Location and select External, and then you're good to go. From here, you can record directly to the external and then plug it right into your PC to export the files off the drive. Nice and easy. Now, next at number 4, some might say game developers aren't always the best at mapping out their controls on a controller, and other times controls are just mapped fine, but you're just oddly specific and you want to change it your way, or maybe because of accessibility reasons you might need to remap them. Well, thankfully, you can remap the controller directly on the Xbox. You head to Settings, then Connect and Devices and Accessories. From here, find your controller and then start mapping away. You can mess with everything pretty much, like inverting the axis if you're into that kind of thing. Also, if you're doing this because of accessibility reasons, then take a look at the Xbox Adaptive Controller. This isn't an ad or anything, but this thing is really cool for tech and can be used for so many different layouts. It's officially licensed and it just works pretty seamlessly, so check that out. Now, next up at number 3, a simple one. We've all put a disc into our Xbox and then got annoyed at it starting up whatever was on that disc right away, right? It can be really annoying when you're getting ready to watch a movie and you take the disc out of the box, you put it in, and then all of a sudden it starts up and the preview starts screaming at you while you're in the middle of trying to make popcorn still. I've seen a lot of family members that just put up and deal with the fact that this happens, but there's a setting. Sometimes you just don't realize or you don't think to look. Turns out you can actually turn it off. Head into the settings, go to disc and Blu-ray, and here you'll be able to turn off autoplay and instead make it so you have to manually play the disc that's in the console. Autoplay isn't a big deal, but it's a minor annoyance, and this is a quick little fix. This is exactly what this video is for. Now, coming down to number 2, this next tip is for people that don't usually play their Xbox on their TV, but instead play on a PC gaming monitor or just a very specific model of TV. Xbox now supports 120Hz displays and 1440p displays. Seeing that a lot of non-expensive gaming monitors have at least one of those things, this may be helpful. So to set up 120Hz display mode, go to Settings, head to Display and Sound, then go to Video Output, and there you'll see where to set it up. Then if you're looking to set up your Xbox to work on a 1440 display, you do basically the exact same thing. Like I was saying before, there are a bunch of people I know that play on PC monitors that may not be outputting the best quality image their Xbox can output, so hopefully this helps you. Now finally at number 1, alright, this one might seem like a little bit of a cop-out, but I'm taking the time right now and getting on a little soapbox to talk about something important. Your security and privacy. This point is less of something the Xbox doesn't tell you and more of just something you should always remember. Two-factor authentication. Learn it, know it, use it everywhere, man. I mean, basically it adds an extra layer to signing in. You not only sign in with your password, you get a secondary code sent to you through something private like email or cell phone in order to completely log in and verify that it's you. It adds an extra step, it's annoying, but you should have it here because everyone can be vulnerable. It's actually easier to set this up on a browser on your computer, actually. The fact that this isn't a front and center security option on Xbox is kind of depressing. But log into your account on Microsoft.com, click the Microsoft account on the top right, and then at the top, click Security, go to Update your security info. Then at the very bottom, go to Explore More Options, and then click Set up Two-Factor Verification. From there, with the rest of it, I think you got it covered. It's always an extra step to log in now, but like I said, you're gonna be way more safe with this in the future. And if it just saves you one phone call you have to make to the bank to cancel one of your credit cards, say if you did get hacked or something, now at least there's a little bit of a less chance of that happening. Every little bit helps, you know? But of course, these are some little Xbox tips and tricks, things that Xbox doesn't necessarily tell you. So we want to know in the comments. If you got anything else, definitely let us know and be sure to share it with people in the comments. Let's talk about anything Xbox down in the comments, but of course, if you learned a thing or two, clicking the like button is the best way you can help us out. We would really appreciate that. But if you're new, you should consider subscribing because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.